Good afternoon, boys and girls. This is Tom Pearson, and welcome to episode 2 of Brain Stew. Now, this week we're working on one recipe because it takes a little bit of time, but it's fairly quick. We are making jambalaya, a specialty in New Orleans. It's a very wonderful Cajun Creole dish made with rice, different kinds of meats, and vegetables. We're going to be working with chorizo sausage, which is a hot Spanish sausage. We're working with chicken breast that was cut up and cubed, and we are working with shrimp. Yes, we have 3 different types of meat, and it's going to be outstanding. Now we will continue with the kitchen, and we will start cooking. See you soon. Okay, so now we're going to start. Obviously, I've got 3 tablespoons of oil on a very warm pan. Start about medium-high heat, so that we start cooking the chicken. So, that's how you know the oil is nice and warm. So obviously, separate the chicken that we've cut and cubed. Now, you always should layer your seasoning. So, a pinchful of sea salt, a hearty pinch of black pepper that we ground up before production. Do a little cayenne pepper. Measure, and maybe with a little bit of hot sauce, maybe about ½ ounce, just to help get it a little color. There we go, because we're going to add more later. So, mix it up a little bit more. Now with the chicken already partially cooked, it has to continue, start adding our aromatics. We got a whole white onion, finely chopped, and we got about 3 cloves of garlic minced up, so we can add that in. Should smell, it's actually quite nice. So now we got that cooking. Now we'll also add, we have a whole orange pepper, and under that we get a whole red pepper. Put to the side. So obviously you gotta mix it all in a little bit. Get it even. Now with another layer of food, we gotta have another layer of seasoning. So pepper, a little pinch of salt. Now, as you noticed, we're not adding much salt because when we add the chorizo later, that has plenty of salt. And the juices from it will release into the dish. So, it works. A little more cayenne. And, obviously, a little more hot sauce. Now, when we come back, We're going to let this cook, and then we're going to add tomatoes and let it soak for a few minutes. Stay with us. And we're back. We've let the chicken cook for a few minutes. Now what we're going to do, we're going to turn it down to medium heat. So that way we don't start burning everything. Now, we're going to add chorizo. Now there were 2 full-size lengths that we just sliced evenly. So now, add that in there. Now what this is going to do while it cooks, it's going to release some of the juices. And with that, it'll flavor everything up, hence why we don't have to add that much salt. So, obviously, mix this in, make sure you spread it around evenly. Look at that. And already this looks awesome. And now what we're going to do, we're going to add diced tomatoes. Now why are we using this? It'll help give it color and gives it a little extra flavor. So add that in. And as usual, just mix it in. Now look at how awesome that looks. And now that we have it on medium heat, we want to let it cook. Let's get a lid for it. Oh, yay, found it right away. As you can tell, we let it steam. But before that, we add one key ingredient. Bay leaves. They are not edible, so don't even think about trying to eat them. What it does is it helps just build up more flavor, honestly. So we're going to add 2 leaves should be enough. So mix it in, try to get it buried within it, so that way you get most of the flavor out of the bay leaves, which I've done a pretty good job doing. Now, after this break, we're going to take our other ingredient, shrimp, let that cook for a couple minutes, finish up with some spices, add the rice, and we're done. And I'll even show you how to plate it nicely. And we are back. Now, when we left, I had added the shrimp to give it 5 minutes to cook, so that when it's just about done, we can add the rice. Shall we take a look what it is? Now that looks gorgeous. The shrimp is nice and pink. Should be done. Smell the onions, the peppers, the chorizo, the shrimp, the chicken, and now we're going to finish it up. Now the key to this is that way it's a relatively quick dish. Minute rice. This thing is a time saver. Now we took about 3 cups. That should serve about 6 people. Ready? We all add that in. Now it's minute rice, but it takes about 5 minutes for it to absorb and cook, which is what we're going to do to make sure that it all gets in. See, we mix it around, make it look good. Now you can already see the rice is absorbing all the extra juice that had cooked out of everything. Now within a couple minutes, this will be done. Look at that. See? It's getting a little thicker. The rice is absorbing like it should. How fantastic is that? You got a close-up on this? absorbing. And there you go. You're starting to notice that it's becoming a little less liquid. Smells wonderful. Keep mixing this for a couple minutes, and obviously the rice should be done. Now, I'm going to take paprika powder, so I have a little left, to give it a little color. Obviously, look at it. Look at that. And then we, again, mix it right in with everything. Fantastico. Now, we'll give it a little taste to make sure this rice is done, obviously. Now what you should properly do, instead of eating it off a spoon, the 2-spoon method. Take your spoon, put it on there, and add it right to your other spoon. Let's take a taste. Yep. A couple more minutes. Oh man. Oh. It's got a nice little kick from the cayenne. Get a slight taste of the bay leaf, the tomato, the sweetness from the peppers, and a little bit from the chorizo sausage. Now, put a cover on it for about 2 minutes, and we will come back to plate and to tell you what I'm going to make next week. Be right back. We're back. And check this out. We have a nice finished product. Then we'll do a quick mix again. And now, we're at plate. Obviously, take a nice heaping spoonful. Lay it right in there. Now, what you want to do before anything, you take these bad boys out. Again, not edible, so they're kind of useless. So, you got that one. Do a quick mix around again. And, oh yeah, got the second one. I think we can put one more small spoonful. Make sure I get a couple pieces of chicken. Look at that. Flatten it out. That over. Now, what I like to do, take some of the green onion that I chopped up early. Look at that. A simple and easy and an extremely delicious jambalaya. Now, be prepared for next week because it's Super Bowl Sunday. And what does that mean? It means we're going to make appetizers. One specifically, stuffed meatballs. You're not going to want to miss it because we're using 3 different kinds of meat. It's going to be a blast. And with that, see you next week.